Princess Olatorera Majekodunmi-Oniru from Ogun State and a Commonwealth Award winner who is currently pursuing a master degree in law has called on the federal government of Nigeria under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to immediately release the detained Biafra Republic agitation leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stating in a statement personally signed and made available to media newsroom on Monday, that 10 years of detention without conviction is a grave violation of the fundamental human rights of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, specifically stated verbatim that the continued detention of Mr. Kanu without conviction is not merely a legal anomaly. It is a profound failure of justice and a grave violation of his fundamental human rights. His prolonged detention exposes the widening gap between Nigeria's constitutional expectations and the daily realities of citizens. We must have a justice system that acts with both fairness and decisive strength, not one ensnared in endless procedural limbo and mired in public distrust. According to the princess, across the span of a decade, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has endured one of the longest and most troubling pre-trial detentions in Nigeria's history. Arrested in 2015, accused, pleading not guilty, and never convicted, he remains confined in a blatant defiance of the most fundamental human rights principles. Where is justice when a man stands unconvicted for 10 years, while those charged with upholding justice remain silent? The continued detention of Mr. Kanu without conviction is not merely a legal anomaly. It is a profound failure of justice and a grave violation of his fundamental human rights. His prolonged detention exposes the widening gap between Nigeria's constitutional expectations and the daily realities of citizens. We must have a justice system that acts with both fairness and decisive strength, not one ensnared in endless procedural limbo and mired in public distrust. No charge, however grave, should ever eclipse the principle that every individual is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That principle is the very cornerstone of law and must never be broken, regardless of who holds power. As we call for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's immediate and unconditional freedom, my heart goes out to millions of Nigerians, across tribal lines, generations, and economic classes, from Borno to Kwara to Lagos, crying out for help against armed violence, forced displacement, demolitions, unlawful detentions, untimely deaths, and the persistent scarcity of life's most basic necessities. Beyond politics, every life matters. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health and spirit are at grave risk, after 10 years behind bars without a proven crime. This declaration is an urgent proclamation. We will count every second, every hour, every day, and continue to galvanize until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is restored to his rightful freedom. Nigeria now stands at a cross of roads, where history will judge the true motives of those in power. The eyes of the world are watching, and the conscience of the nation is restless. The promise of our democracy depends not only on acts of courage within the halls of power but also on the bold, united actions of citizens. About Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, born in Isiama Afara, Abia State, Nigeria, is a Nigerian-born British citizen and leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. He has long advocated peacefully for the recognition and protection of the political, economic, and cultural rights of citizens of Nigeria's southeast. He has never been convicted of any crime, nor accused of any act of violence. His prolonged detention, despite serious legal questions surrounding his rendition and years of unbroken pre-trial custody, remains a striking violation of due process and a challenge to Nigeria's constitutional and humanitarian commitments, Princess Olatorera Majekodunmi-Oniru stated. Princess Olatorera Majekodunmi-Oniru, as stated in her website, is a transformational executive with over 2 decades of achievements across finance, technology, and global trade. She has driven strategic growth for multinational organizations and entrepreneurially, an incorruptible force for visionary progress. She remains steadfast in her commitment to elevating living standards and ensuring that no citizen is left behind. Olatorera earned her MBA from Emory University with merit scholarships and completed executive leadership programs at the Harvard Kennedy School, Women and Power, Stockholm School of Economics, Financial Modeling and Innovation, and IMD Switzerland, Leadership. She is currently pursuing a master's in law and a doctorate in leadership, ed. Her work has earned numerous accolades, including the World Leadership Congress Award, Commonwealth Award, His Royal Majesty Uni Royal Award and Queen Maremi Leadership Award. She has delivered keynote addresses at global forums such as The Economist Growth Crossings, Women in Leadership Dubai, the Toronto Global Economic Forum, Africacom and Youth Connect.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.